Hi everyone. In this session, we are going to discuss about energy. In last session, we studied that what is work or work done, right? Okay. If a work is done on an object, we can tell that that object possesses some energy, or it increases the energy, or that work is stored in the form of energy. If the work is done by the object, we can tell that the energy possessed by the body decreases. Okay. Or simply we can define energy as it is a capacity to do work. Okay. Or we can make a relationship between work and energy. For an example, just consider that you are riding a cycle. Okay. If you want to ride the cycle, you have to do some work on the cycle right now. Okay. So, you are doing some work on the cycle. After a long time, what's going to happen? You are going to get tired. Right? Okay. So, when you are doing some work on the object, you are losing your energy. Right? At the same time, who gains the energy? You are applying work on the cycle. So, the cycle will be moving fast. So, it increases its energy. Okay. So, the object which doing the work loses the energy. When it's happened on an object, that gains the energy. Or we can tell that the work done on an object, if it makes any movement or position change or shape change, it possesses energy. Okay, if the work is done on an object, if it make a change in its position or change in shape or size, possess energy. Okay, we can define, or when we see the unit of this energy, it is common as joule. Okay. Joule is the SI unit of energy. We can define 1 joule. So, 1 joule energy is the equivalent to the work done on an object, or 1 joule work done by an object. Okay. Now, we are going to discuss about mechanical energy. What is mechanical energy? Mechanical energy is defined as the energy possessed due to movement or rest position. Okay, mechanical energy is the energy possessed due to its motion or due to its position or deformed state is known as mechanical energy. We can divide the mechanical energy into 2 categories. First one, potential energy. And the second one, kinetic energy. So, energy is actually the sum of potential energy and kinetic energy. Let's see the potential energy in detail. So, potential energy is represented by the letter P, E or U. Okay. The potential, the word is actually a Latin word, and the meaning is to be able. Okay. So, if we see the potential energy in detail, or if we see the definition of potential energy, we can tell that it is the energy possessed by a body due to its rest position. Okay. Due to its rest or deformed position is known as potential energy. So, potential energy means when work is done on an object to bring to the rest or deformed position, the energy stored is known as potential energy. Just consider this rubber band. Okay, I have a rubber band with me. Now, this is the shape of the rubber band. So, now I am going to stretch it. Okay, so I did some work to stretch it, right? So, now in this rubber band, the amount of work what I done is stored in the form of energy. Okay, I did some work, so that work is stored in the form of energy. You're very familiar, no? By after keeping the one piece of paper you used to play inside the classroom. Okay, right? So how the paper is able to move forward? While stretching, it stores some energy, and when you leave it, or the paper is attaining that energy to move forward, right? Okay. So this kind of energy, we used to call it as elastic potential energy. Okay, just making a shape change, a deformed state. So the energy possessed by elastic or spring is known as elastic potential energy. See, here I have a spring. When we compress, it also possesses or it also stores energy as potential energy. Okay, this spring and this rubber band both are coming under the category of elastic potential energy. So elastic potential energy in the sense, after leaving or after taking out of can, it will come back to the original position. So the energy possessed due to the object or possessed by a body due to the deformed state or shape change is known as elastic potential energy. So we can write here first one as elastic potential energy. One more category we have under potential energy, that is known as gravitational potential energy. Okay, so gravitational potential energy means I want to lift something from the ground against the force of gravity. We know that always the gravitational force is acting downward direction. If I am lifting something like this way, I am doing the work against the force of attraction. So it to a raised position from the ground. So that is known as gravitational potential energy. Okay. So these are the main two kinds of potential energy. So we can define potential energy. It is the energy possessed by a body due to the state of rest or position. Okay. Now we'll see some examples of potential energy. Okay. See, I have a toy with me. And here we have a knob to rotate it. What happens here? We are winding a spring. Okay. So when I wind the spring, it stores energy in the form of potential energy. So it stores some energy. So when I leave this on the floor, it's going to move. So I done a work on this one by rotating the spring. So it stores or it got compressed and it stores the energy. And with that energy, this toy is going to work. Let's see that. Same way, I have a rubber band, stretched rubber band with me. I'm going to keep a paper here. So when I leave this paper, when I stretch this rubber band, what happened? It stored energy, right? It stored elastic energy or elastic potential energy. And now I'm going to release this paper. Let's see. It flew away. So it also stores energy and that energy is utilized by the paper to move forward. Now when you draw water from the well, right, you have to apply force. So there you are lifting the water from the ground or from the underground to the upward direction. There on the side of the rock you have to apply a force. So you are doing some work against the force of gravity. Or you just consider that you have to lift water from down floor to second floor. Okay. So there also you are doing the work against the force. Or you want to something fall down. You want to take it from the down. Okay. So there also when you are lifting the object up, you are doing some work against the force of gravity. You might have noticed that always we used to keep the water tanks on the top or terrace of our buildings, right? No, we never keep it for the common purpose. We never keep the tank at the ground floor. Why we want to keep the water tank at the terrace or at the raised position? So, if we consider the position of the water tank from the ground, it is at a raised position. So, the water possesses energy in the form of potential energy. So, when we open the tap, that stored energy will make the water to flow very fastly. Or if we consider the case of dam, the stored water, it also possesses potential energy. So that's also the water level is above the ground level, right? So wherever we are considering the position of the object is from a raised position from the ground, it has to be at rest, but still it possesses potential energy. Okay, we'll see the expression or equation to find out gravitational potential energy. What is gravitational potential energy? It is the work done or is a body possesses the energy when it raised about against the surface. What is gravitational potential energy? It is the energy possessed by a body due to its raised position. Okay, so just consider that we are going to lift up an object of mass m to a height h. Okay, so we have an object of mass m is going to lift up to a height of h. Okay, what is work done? So we are doing some work against the force of gravity, right? So what is the equation to find work done? We are doing some work. Work is equal to force into distance. Okay, here force we have, distance we have, that is h. Now we have to find the force. Only mass is given. We know that force is equivalent to weight. But here it is given as mass. How can we connect mass and weight? Weight is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity, right? So we are going to substitute that value here, that F is equal to mg here in this equation. So we will get it as work done is equal to mass into acceleration into height. So this work done is equivalent to the potential energy. So we can write it as potential energy is equal to mgh. M is the mass of the object, g is the acceleration due to gravity, and h is the height from the ground. Okay. So there are two factors which depends upon the potential energy or gravitational potential energy. G is a constant value, so we don't want to worry about that. First one, mass. How mass is related? When mass increases, potential energy increases. Same way another factor is height. As the height increases, the energy possessed by the body also increases. But when we consider the case of this elastic potential energy, simply we are just studying in the basic part. Now we are not studying any equation to find out the elastic potential energy. When you come to the degree level, there you have to study in detail how to calculate the elastic potential energy. Thank you.